Welcome to Up on Game presents Taylor Scouting. Coach Randy Taylor is bringing his 40-plus years of knowledge to you. This is Taylor Scouting. And now, here's Coach Randy Taylor.
Hey, folks, you're just going to get Coach Taylor today because I wanted to talk about the phrase of many coaches use that's, I want to see early film. And a lot of you may have already heard that. So that's what we're going to do today. So first of all, I want to welcome you to LeVar Arrington's Up on Game Network's Taylor Scouting Podcast. And we're on all places you get podcasts. We're on YouTube and Spotify and places I've never even heard of. So I'll give you more information as the time goes on in this show. So today's topic, like I said, getting early film available for college coaches. And I want to talk about that. So often a college coach will tell a player that they want to see early video, and that's usually before offering or even recruiting. So there is a good and a bad to this. The good is you haven't been eliminated yet. The bad is you haven't shown enough up until now to be a prospect. And let me define the word prospect for you, okay? The prospect, you're a player until a college is considering you as a recruit. And then that makes you a prospect, if that makes any sense. And I'm going to give you contact information for me at the end of this, because I think I would love to help answer a lot of questions about a lot of these things. And I'm going to give you some contact information. So now that there have been, for the most part, a game or two or three in high school and even junior college football around the country, college coaches will usually look at the third game of the season. And you got to remember, they've got their games going on, they've got recruiting, they've got all these different things going on, meetings and the like. So every staff is different, but this is the most common timing is after the third game. So let's talk about the 2024 class, the current seniors, because they're under the gun, right? And you guys, you 2024 players, if you're a parent or a coach or a family, you really have two goals. One, be sure that the highlights of the first three games are what the college coach wants and needs to see to recruit you, okay? And what I'm talking about here is I'm talking about first step quickness, boom, explosiveness, right? Secondly, competitiveness. Do you compete, the effort and finish? That's what college coaches look for. If a fumble is caused and you fall on it, that's not a highlight. You're causing the fumble is a highlight. Okay, so you got to know what the highlights are. Flexibility is a highlight in your hips and knees and ankles. And then position fundamentals. And this is not necessarily in an order. This is the order I kind of look at often. Position fundamentals and execution, because if you are explosive, you compete and are flexible, sometimes the position fundamentals and the execution are not quite as important to the college coach, okay? And every college coach is different in their evaluation process, but that's kind of holds true and in my mind. Number two, focus their attention and efforts on the level of play that they fit, right? Focus your attention, your efforts on the level of play that you fit. Don't waste time and effort. You're an FCS player and you're pursuing Power 5 teams. Somebody needs to tell you the truth and you need to listen, okay? This is kind of where I can be a huge help with Taylor Scouting. You can, and again, I'll give that. My Twitter page, X, is a great way to reach me, and it's R Taylor FB Scout. Okay, I'll give you more of that. So let's go look at what Rivals has in the committed and the offers, and this will give you a little bit of an indication of where you are in the process. That 2024 group. This is according to Rivals.com as of this morning. 2,203 seniors have committed to play college football, right? So I'm how many spots that takes away from your possibilities. There are in the 2024 class 3,360 offers made by colleges. So more can be made, and they're coming all the time. So it's really important that you understand where you are in this process. Okay. Now, the current juniors, the class of 2025, are not far behind in the recruiting process. Through their entire season, though their entire season is going to be under scrutiny as compared to the first three games. Colleges will look at games all along the season, and they may make offers. They may, want to set up visits for all of you younger players. So know that offers are being given and grade to all grade levels. Does that make sense? Offers are being made to all grade levels. It's crazy, but even eighth graders have been offered. That's how crazy this whole thing is. So the class of 2025 has 96 prospects as of today on Rivals committed to a college. The class of 2025 has 1,601 offers made by colleges to the class of 2025. Now, we can dispute how many of these offers and commitments are real, but that's for another day. Okay. I just want you to know prospects and your families can ask the college coach, what happens if I accept the offer? Okay, I made this special note because that happens often where you get an offer, you think you've been offered, you want to commit, you think you can commit, ask. Okay, so say it again. Prospects and their families can ask the college coach, what happens if I accept the offer? And the answer will tell you where you stand. And if they say, well, we don't want you to accept it now, or we'll do that later, or I got to get the head coach, or all those different things. That kind of tells you that, okay, well, they're not ready for it, but they want to offer. Does that make sense? I mean, when I was at UCLA back in the day, we would offer a lot of people, especially big time national players, because we wanted UCLA, it's kind of my thing, but we wanted UCLA's name on the great tight end from St. Louis or from New Jersey or whatever that might be. Okay, so that was just kind of our thing. I used it in a lot of ways as a promotional tool, but it was still, if we offered the kid, we'd take him, right? So let's keep going on here. And let me just say this: you're not going to hurt the college coach's feelings, right? And you're not going to lose the offer. If you can play, man, you can play. And so that's really important. So that's what I wanted to just briefly talk about early video and how important it is. So when you're doing your highlight film and putting all of that stuff together, you really have to take that into consideration, whether you're in your first game, second game, or third game, and do that, like I said, those two steps. So we go back up to the top here, and one is, be sure the highlights of the first three games are what the college coach wants and needs to see. And two, know what level you can play. Focus your attention on and efforts on the level of play that you fit. Okay? All right. So that's what I do. And that's why I kind of wanted to talk about this. At Taylor Scouting, what I do is evaluate the player's highlight video to help the player and the family, and sometimes even the high school coach, know what level of play that the athlete can fit or play, right? So, I've been doing this for over 40 years, and I've had a lot of success. I've got experience and a lot of knowledge in this evaluation game, and I know what level a college coach will see you on video. So if I watch your video, it's just like any college coach watching your video and saying, I think we should recruit him. I think we should offer him. those kind of things. Okay, so I can help you with that. Tailor Scouting that's what I do. And if I evaluate level of play based on what a college coach will see, then you got to feel good about it. I would hope. Knowing, you do some research on me, knowing where I've been and what I've done, and being an old football guy, if I tell you what level of play, it's going to be pretty good. Most college coaches who have been paying me forever to evaluate players are going to see it very similar to me. The other thing that I do is I give advice and recommendations on how to improve your highlight video, the video itself, and any of your football and or athletic movements, football skills, all those kind of things. I help see those and give you some suggestions and advice of what improvements you can make on that film, like I said, and as an athlete or a football player. Okay. And a lot of times where your efforts needed. That's often an important thing. If you're finishing, you're not finishing, you're pulling up, all those coaches want finishers, and I can evaluate that and see if you're doing the right thing. The other thing that I'll do is help you editing of the highlight video. A lot of times college coaches love to see a photo of a player on the highlight video. And I've done a thing like this before, and I told you what a highlight video should have, but a photo that shows broad shoulders or long arms or whatever that might be, your physical traits is really, really important. Also academic information, contact information, and I love personal statements. And so the personal statement is something that college coach is going to evaluate that. See, we evaluate everything, to be honest with you. And a personal statement, if done correctly, is a great thing. It gives the coach some insight into the athlete. Does that make sense? So here's what you do. To reach me, Old Coach Taylor, use my X/Twitter until we figure all that out, page to follow or direct message me. Follow or direct message me. When you follow me, I will follow you back. I will send you a direct message. And that is at R Taylor FB Scout is my Twitter information. R Taylor FB Scout. You can also email me. And I think that's a great way where we can get film and talk about it and all those kind of things. And so my service is one that the email is a great way to communicate because you can ask questions and we can have more of a dialogue. I will call you too. If you direct message me and want me to call, send me your number. You email me and want to call, I'll call you, send me your number. Okay. You can also reach Coach Taylor on Facebook. So it's like facebook.com/Coach Randy Taylor. I'm on LinkedIn, and that is Coach Randy Taylor. I am on Instagram, and that's Coach Taylor, Coach Randy Taylor. Okay. So that's the way I think I can help you the most after this podcast. I think I can really help a lot of you in the recruiting process, no matter what level, even like I said, 8th grade, freshman. If you have questions, that's what I do. And I use my 40 plus years. That's what I'm going to stick with, 40 plus years, because I'm getting old. I don't want to go to 50 plus, you know what I mean? And so I'll use my 40 plus years to help you guys through this process. So I look forward to hearing from you and working with you. So please reach out and please watch the podcast. It's on the Up On Game Network. Find us on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and other places where you get podcasts. You can also go to YouTube, which I think is the best way, and you can go to Up On Game Presents Taylor Scouting. So on YouTube, it's the Up On Game Network, and go to Up On Game Presents Taylor Scouting. And Coach Arrington, Up On Game, has other podcasts up there too. So it's a good way to find us and see what we're doing. Review and rate us too, okay? So be sure to follow us again. I'm going to tell you, my Twitter, my X is rtaylorfbscout. My email is rtaylorfbscout@yahoo.com. Glad to have you with me, and look forward to helping you all reach your dreams. All right. Take care.